taxes should be increased or not. My team, Chicago, has explained the use of or the beneficial of increasing this rate by mentioning different arguments, which is how beneficial it's going to be for developing the infrastructure of the country, economically speaking, for making the balance between people, not having this huge difference in ranks and so on, and also the proofs that historically proven how taxes contribute in the development of a country. While we insist on, no matter how small or big the rate is, infrastructures and caring about people, the other helpless, forgotten part of the society, is still matters. We are not discussing if governments are corrupted or not. We should rather concentrate on that economical system is working well. What we should concentrate maybe in another debate, according to what we've been talking to a lot or sacrificing a lot of time for, which is corrupted governments. Because it still matters, and as we mentioned before, if you do not take into consideration the forgotten population, then leaving the taxes the same rate they are now is not going to give more opportunities for others if they cannot handle going at least to if they cannot at least handle paying their own healthcare and educational or going to a hospital and being taken care of.
The thing is, we make sure that we should not generalize countries of the world, just one country's system all over the world. That's it.
So I think that one of the key arguments that we seem to agree on is that we should look at the social argument. We should look at there are economic problems, and so how do we fix them? And our point is that corruption of the government is the key at the question, the key core issue of this debate. And so our argument is, how do you deal with these forgotten populations? How do you increase economic growth? How do you make sure that people can get jobs and work for a living? And so we have the alternative of increasing taxes more and more and more on the investors, on the people like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, on the small business owners, or we can let the free market function. And our point is that when you do what they're saying, which sounds very appealing, and which is what the communist countries of Eastern Europe and the communist countries in North Korea and Cuba and Venezuela currently offer, that's what they say, but the government ends up wasting the money because by their nature, governments in the world are currently corrupt, and they waste a lot of money on things like defense that actually hurt economic growth by destroying things and destroying economic productivity. On the other hand, our argument is that we should leave as much of the money as possible in the economic system, which they admit is working. And what that means is that we should let small business owners and people that they're demonizing as the rich invest in the economy and create new ideas, create innovation, and then by doing this, that will be better for people that need jobs, for people that are in need of money, because they'll be able to have a job working in these factories that exist because rich people are investing in them. And they said to talk about the historical perspective, but the historical perspective proves that the countries like the United States that were allowed the economies to flourish without ridiculously high tax rates were the ones that were successful, and were the ones that actually made a difference for the disadvantaged populations.
Thank you,